Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a cute tutorial for some Highland cow cupcakes. These have become, well, Highland cows in anything have become extremely popular, and of course you can see why. They're just adorable cows. So stay tuned and follow along to see how I made these pretty simple but adorable cupcakes. Obviously, first you're going to want to go ahead and bake your cupcakes. And then you're going to want to have some gum paste or fondant. Quick little thing, gum paste does tend to dry faster and harder than fondant, which isn't extremely necessary for these, but usually for decoration that's going to be standing up. So I'm going to go ahead and take my white fondant, and I'm just going to add a tiny drop of brown to it, just to give it more of that, I guess you would say, like ivoryish color. Horns aren't exactly perfectly white. And you're going to want to go ahead and knead that together. I do like to wear gloves when working with fondant. Keeps it from sticking to your hands and just makes it much easier to work with. Once you have that color all mixed in and you have your fondant nice and malleable, you want to go ahead and take two little pieces. I would say these were probably about the size of maybe my thumbnail, not quite the size of a dime. You definitely want to do smaller than a dime, and then you're just going to roll those into pretty nice circles, and then you're just going to slowly hold it between your pointer finger and your thumb, and then you're going to take your other pointer finger and thumb, and you're going to roll the tip of it to start elongating it and giving it that more point. You're just going to keep rolling it back and forth until you start to get it to the length that you want. And then I went ahead and started to curve them a little, just to give them the curved horn look. Here I'm just rolling it to keep elongated once I have the shape started. Then I'm going to repeat with the second one. I did end up adding a little bit of fondant to the one just to make it a little bit closer to the same size as the other. Now to make the ears, I'm going to go ahead and dye some fondant a little bit darker of a brown. You're going to obviously roll the fondant flat, and then you're going to take the tip and make the circles. And I'm taking the top of a tip. I will have to double check what size this is and put it in the description. Once you have your circles all done for all the cupcakes you need, you're going to go ahead and take your fondant tools. I believe this one is considered the large and small bone tool. I went ahead and put in a circle closer to one side than the other, and then I took the smaller one and I again pushed in with the ball and then laid it to the side to start to push in for where you're going to pinch the ears together. To start to lower the one side, so that's where you're going to pinch the ears together to give it that curve. Then once I had it pinched together, I wanted to increase the depth of the ear concave area, and so I just used the small and large sides again just to do that. And then I used my fingertips to just kind of smooth the edge of where I had cut it, and just repeat that with all your ears. Now for the nose mouth area, I again rolled my fondant flat, and then I took the same tip and just used the opposite larger side, or you could just use a small circle cutter to cut out the nose mouth area. Then again, I took either your ball tool or your small bone tool and made the nostrils. And I also again smoothed out the edges where I had cut it, just to give it a softer appearance. And then for some of them, I placed a little novelty pacifier. I think I got these off of Amazon. They're just like little, you would put on like a baby shower table for like just a little decoration. I wanted to try to get to make these in 𝐸𝐴𝐺𝐸, but I didn't get a chance to, so I just used these. Then I also left some plain, and then I also, we'll show you the next step, made some cute licking tongues, because I know that's really big for the Highland cows. So for this, I dyed some fondant a light pink color, and then I rolled it flat, and then I'm going to take my scalpel or X-Acto, whatever you want to call it, and cut out kind of like a triangle, but I did it so the one side was at the edge. And I didn't do a pointed tip, I did a curved tip, obviously kind of like a tongue. You want it wider on one side, pointer to the other. And then I softened all the edges. Then I took the back of my X-Acto to make the line for the tongue. Then I wanted to see if it would actually just stick on by itself. It wouldn't, so I just added a little bit of water to make it stick. Then it's time to icing your cupcakes. You just want to go ahead and take your grass tip. I had two colors. I did a light brown and a dark brown. And you're going to go ahead and just pipe that all over as a base. And then you're going to add your decorations, your nose mouth, your horns, and you can also use some larger non-perils or sprinkles for the eyes. You don't typically see them too much, but depending on how you do your top fur, you might be able to see them, or you can leave it so you can have like one kind of peeking out. You can also just use black icing for a dot if you want. Once you have your nose placed on, then I typically did the eyes and the horns, and then squeezed the ears in. For the ears, I stuck them in, but I put them on a slight angle so they kind of curve towards you, and obviously dipped. The top was higher and then pointed the pointy part of the ear in a little bit more towards the eyes. Now for the front fur that goes across their eyes, you're just going to start at the top, pipe a little so it sticks, and then start to squeeze and pull it down to give you that shaggy fur that everyone loves hanging in their face. And I did go over top of the horns, or you can just kind of angle it so they cross over it. And again, you can try to position it so it keeps the eyes covered, or you can do it so you have one or both peeking out a little bit. These aren't the most complicated cupcakes, so they're a nice one to, if like you're looking for something to kind of step up your cupcake game, but they are super adorable. I had such amazing reactions to these. Everybody absolutely loved these and thought they were so cute. The pacifier and the tongue sticking out were obviously the fought over for the cutest spot, but I love these cupcakes for not being super difficult or time consuming, and just how adorable these are. So I hope you give these a try and make some. Let me know if you do in the comments, or what you think about these, and if you're a Highland 𝐥𝐤 fan, leave that in the comments. And again, if you like these, make sure to boop the like button. And you want to keep seeing more of these recipes, then make sure you have hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get different recipes and tutorials. And as always, live, love, eat sweets.